Hi guys, in the previous class I did the chapter return of income, which was the third chapter of your syllabus, and I told you the next chapter what I will do, I will take a call seeing what everyone has in their internals. Now few students have tax rate, the rate of tax in internals. That is the reason I am doing this chapter, because set of carry forward done, clubbing done, return of income done, and rate of tax. I've covered everything from all the students' point of view who are with me from their internals point of view. Okay, so tax rate, a very small chapter, but a very interesting chapter where first time you all are going to study how to calculate income tax. And BAF students, you all are very lucky because you all are the only students of entire Mumbai University where the calculation of tax is there. It is not there for BCom, it is not there for BMS, it is not there for BFM. Only BAF students have this chapter rate of tax. In fact, your entire syllabus of this particular semester, only it is there in BAF, no other course. Okay, now let's get into the chapter. Rate of tax. Now when I say rate of tax, that means at what rate income tax is payable. We are doing the subject direct tax. As I told you, you all have only income tax. So we will see the calculation of income tax. We have done individual chapters, correct? Previous sem में भी किया, and we did the basic in set off and carry forward also. Again I'm repeating, salary, house property, capital gain, business profession, other sources. We give deductions under chapter 6a, we get the total income. This is what you all have done. Now, after finding out the total income पे tax कितना भरना है, what will be my income tax payable in the total income, that we are going to study in this chapter. Okay, later on when you do computation of total income and tax of individual HUF, उसमें भी ये part will be repeated. At the same time, after this mostly I'll be taking partnership firm or TDS. So when I do partnership firm, उसमें there will be income tax का calculation for partnership firm, and even TDS में few sums में there is calculation of income tax. So what I am going to do in this chapter will be repeated in couple of other chapters which we are going to do over the next few days. Now coming to how do we calculate income tax. Now first what I am going to do is I will show you the tax calculation from individual point of view. Majority of the sums for y'all are on individual only. So I will make you do individual point of view. Now guys, see what they have done in the textbooks. Rate of tax, they have just given you theory and slab दिया. There are no sums. So what I have done to make it very interesting, and आगे के chapters will be much easier for you all, so that once you are doing the sum what I made, you will find the future chapters very simple, because calculation is same what you all have done earlier. The new part will be tax ka calculation, which you all are already going to study in this chapter. So I made around 10 sums, and 3-4 sums there are 3 small sums. So I've tried to cover all the varieties which is not there in any textbook. The purpose of doing that is आगे के chapters will be very simple, and you will find this subject also very interesting. Okay, now see, coming to the calculation. Now as I told you, what I am going to do is from individual point of view. Now there are many provisions. Again, I will do step by step, gradually. Few points I will not discuss in this session. When the relevant time comes, I will discuss with you. Now, there are slab for individuals. Slab matlab, we discuss in return of income. Up to 2,50,000 there is no income tax. Then there is a slab 250 to 5 lakhs itna, 5 to 10 lakhs itna, above 10 lakhs itna. Now the slab also varies according to the residential status of the individual and according to the age. So there are three things which you are supposed to remember from an individual point of view. Three different set of slabs. Let's take one by one what that slab is all about. The first thing is, when I say the first slab, it is for resident individual below 60 years of age and non-resident individual of any age. Okay, I'll repeat. The first slab, see, everything is given in the theory, but I'm discussing with you all because discussion will make the solving of so small sums are there. It will become very easy if you understand this. Heading देखो ध्यान से. For resident individual below 60 years of age, 60 years के नीचे, that means not a senior citizen, and non-resident individual of any age, that means resident के लिए ये जो मैं now what I am going to write, what I will discuss in the next 3-4 minutes, it is applicable for all resident, whether ordinary or not ordinary, but below 60 years, and non-resident, whether it is below, whether he or she is below 60, above 60, above 80, उसके लिए भी applicable होगा. For resident, if he is above 60, he gets additional benefit. If a resident is above 80, he gets extra benefit. But that benefit is not applicable for non-resident individual. Okay, now see, what are the slab and what is the rate of tax? I'll give the subheading for presentation. Income and rate of tax. Income and rate of tax. Okay, understand this. पहला समझ में आ गया. Automatic, second, third will be simple. And what I am going to do now, वो तो tax calculate होएगा ही, but उसके बाद भी there are extra things to be added. That when I finish all the three parts, then I come to that. Okay, now see what you will do. As I told you first, if the income is up to rupees 2,50,000, if the income is up to rupees 2,50,000, there is no income tax. If the income is up to 2,50,000, there is no income tax. Next, if your income is above 2,50,000, that means 2,50,001 rupees till 5 lakhs. Okay, 2,50,001 to rupees 5 lakhs. On that, the rate of tax will be 5%. That means what? Suppose my income is 5 lakh. 5 lakh minus 250. Difference is 250. 2,50,000 ka 5% will be your tax. Got it? Next, if this goes above 5 lakh, that means rupees 5 lakh 1 to rupees 10 lakh. 5 lakh 1 to rupees 10 lakh, then the rate of tax will be 20%. 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh, the rate will be 20%. Now listen. Suppose the income is 10 lakhs. When I do the sum, that time I'll do in detail. 10 lakh minus 5 lakh, kitna ho gaya? 5 lakh. So 5 lakh ka 20% is 1 lakh. So what will happen? Suppose the income is 10 lakhs. यहाँ का 1 lakh plus ऊपर का, I'll show it in brackets. See, suppose income is 5 lakh. So 250 minus 5 lakh. 250 का 5% कितना होता है? 12,500. this will be a 12,500. ये slab होता है 5 lakh का 20%, that is 1 lakh. So what happens? Suppose a particular individual का income is 10 lakhs. तो उसका tax होगा 12,500 plus 1 lakh, that is 112,500. Whatever is the tax amount here, if the individual का income comes here, इसके ऊपर जाता है, then this plus this. Getting it? When I do the sum, it will be very clear for you. And then 10 lakhs hai, and suppose the income goes above rupees 10 lakh, then the rate is 30%. If it goes above rupees 10 lakh, then the rate is 30%. इसका मतलब क्या? Just take an example. Suppose उसका total income 15 lakhs है, तो 10 लाख के ऊपर 5 लाख, ओके, 10 लाख के ऊपर 5 लाख, सो 5 लाख का 30%, दैट इज 150. सो उसका टैक्स 150 ये स्लैब का है, प्लस ऊपर का ऑल, सो 12,500 प्लस 1 लाख प्लस 150, the total of these three will be उसका tax plus something extra which I will come in sometime. Got it? So I'll repeat. अगर इंडिविजुअल यही स्लैब में आता है, then it will be 12,500. अगर 5 लाख है, अगर 5 के ऊपर गया, so whatever amount comes here plus 12,500. अगर 10 लाख के ऊपर गया, whatever amount comes here plus 1 lakh plus 12,500. That is the concept. And that applies for all the three slabs. So up to 2,50,000 no income tax. 250 के ऊपर गया up to 5 lakh rate is 5%. 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh 20%, and 10 lakh के ऊपर गया 30%. इसमें भी there are two things which I will come to that after I discuss the remaining two slabs. Then I'll come to that, because the two things what I am referring, it is common for all the three. Plus there is surcharge, but I am not getting into that surcharge ka part in this session. Okay, so this slab was for resident individual below 60 years of age and non-resident individual of any age. Now I'll do it here. Second slab. This is for resident individual above 60 years of age, above 60 years of age, but below 80 years. For resident individual above 60 years of age and below 80 years. 60 के ऊपर and below 80. Okay. Now see, again the same thing. Income rate of tax. Okay. Income and rate of tax. Now listen. Almost same hai. The second and the third slab here is same. I mean the third and the fourth. Senior citizen. When a person is above 60 years, he is called as a senior citizen. 60 के नीचे रहेगा, your exemption is up to 2,50,000. But if you cross 60, ये 250, you get extra 50,000 income का exemption. In case of that, there is no income tax up to 3 lakhs. So यहाँ पे जो 250 है, if a resident individual crosses 60, becomes a senior citizen, ये 250 उसके लिए 3 लाख हो जाएगा. But अगर वो नॉन रेसिडेंट है, then in that case it will be 250 only, whether he is 60, 70, 80, 25 years. Okay. Now obvious है, 3 लाख तक नो टैक्स. So ये जो 251 है वो 3 लाख हो जाएगा. So rupees 3,01,000. This is the only difference. यही डिफरेंस है, बाकी सब सेम है. up to rupees 5 lakh, the rate of tax is 50%. Okay, the rate of tax is 50%. Then third slab, rupees 5 lakh 1 to rupees 10 lakh, the rate is 20%. These two are same. And the next, rupees 10 lakh 1 to rupees 15 lakh, the rate is 30%. Okay, 10 lakh 1 to 15 lakh, the rate is 30%. Clear with this? So this is for 60 years but not yet crossed 80. Now we take the third slab. For resident individual of 80 years or more. ओके 80 या उसके ऊपर. यहाँ पे भी देखो बिलो 60 इयर्स, तो ये हो गया 60, एग्जैक्ट 60 रहेगा तो भी ये विल कम इन दिस कैटेगरी. 80 इयर्स और मोर, सेम थिंग. बिलो 60 250 का एग्जेम्पशन, 60 के ऊपर गया 3 लाख. अगर 80 के ऊपर जाता है वी कॉल द पर्सन एज सुपर सीनियर सिटीजन और वेरी सीनियर सिटीजन, वॉट एवर वर्ड यू कॉल. उसका क्राइटेरिया इज 80. ओके 80. सो व्हाट विल हैपन, अगर 80 है सो ये जो 3 लाख का एग्जेम्पशन है, 3 लाख का जो एग्जेम्पशन है, that will further increase by another 2 lakhs. That means if you are a, let me check the angle of the camera, if you are a person above 80 years, then तुम्हारे 5 लाख तक इनकम के ऊपर नो टैक्स. सो up to rupees 5 lakh you don't have to pay tax. Up to 5 lakh no tax. Now यहां पे उसको बेनिफिट है लेकिन उसका एक ड्रॉबैक है. अप टू 5 लाख द रेट इज 5%. सुपर सीनियर सिटीजन और वेरी सीनियर सिटीजन को 5% का स्लैब बेनिफिट नहीं मिलेगा. सो व्हाट विल हैपन, 5 लाख तक नील, उसके बाद 5 लाख 1 टू 10 लाख सीधा 20%. 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh सीधा 20%. Getting it? So super senior citizen और very senior citizen के लिए 5% का slab is not there. And now it's very basic. If the income goes above rupees 10 lakh, then the rate is 30%. Above 10 lakh, then the rate is 30%. Clear guys? This is the basic tax slab applicable for your batch, that is assessment year 23-24, previous year 2022-23, previous year 2022-23. Clear? So I'll repeat. ये स्लैब है बट याद रखना, अगर ये स्लैब में आया नो टैक्स, इसमें आया 20%, इसमें आया, देन जो भी ये अमाउंट है प्लस इसका अमाउंट, दैट आई शो यू इन द सम. Got it guys? Now listen very carefully. The thing what I told you, two things more. Of course there are many things, but right now the initial sum what I am doing, we just need to know the two things. What are they? First, there is something called as rebate and uska section is under section 87A. Rebate under section 87A. Now see, rebate मतलब ऊपर जो भी तुम्हारा टैक्स आता है, you get further rebate. further reduction of your tax liability. But the condition is total income तुम्हारा लेस देन 5 लाख होना चाहिए, 5 lakh or less than 5 lakh. If your total income is not going above 5 lakh, then only you get the benefit of rebate. It is given in the theory, but I am explaining it. Okay, so first condition of rebate is that your total income should not be going above 5 lakhs. 5 lakh के ऊपर गया तुमको rebate नहीं मिलेगा. Now the question is 5 lakh के ऊपर नहीं गया तो rebate मिलेगा. तो अगर मेरा इनकम 5 लाख या उसके नीचे है तो रिबेट कितना है? इन दैट केस योर रिबेट इज, नाउ सी व्हाट आई डिस्कस, 5 लाख माइनस 250, 250 का 5% इज 12,500. सो इन दैट केस योर रिबेट विल बी 12,500 और एक्चुअल टैक्स अमाउंट whichever is. बोलो क्या करोगे? 2,50,000 माइनस 5 लाख 250, 250 का 5% is 12,500. You can claim maximum 12,500 rebate. 12,500 rebate है, उससे ज्यादा नहीं मिलेगा. So it will be 12,500 or actual tax amount whichever is lower. Suppose ये आया मेरा यहाँ पे amount of income tax is coming as 11,000. So 12,500 or 11,000 whichever is lower. So my 87A का rebate you will get when the total income doesn't exceed above 5 lakh, 5 lakh या उससे कम है. And the second thing is it will be actual amount of tax or 12,500 whichever is lower. This is the thing. Okay, now listen, ऊपर का जो तुम्हारा टैक्स है, just take an example ना. Suppose my tax is coming as say 20,000. Okay, 20,000 मेरा टैक्स आया. मेरा टोटल इनकम 20 टैक्स कभी आएगा? जब भी 5 लाख के ऊपर गया, बराबर. सो rebate under section 87A नहीं आएगा. So what is my amount of tax? 20,000. My amount of tax is 20,000. Now second point, there is something called as HEC. HEC is health and education cess. HEC is health and education cess. Now, first what you have to do, get the tax amount as per this calculation. उसमें से rebate if applicable. अगर तुम्हारा टोटल इनकम 5 लाख के ऊपर है तो rebate नहीं आएगा. अगर 5 लाख के नीचे है तो जो भी अमाउंट ऑफ rebate है उसको माइनस करो. ये जो भी अमाउंट आया ना उसके ऊपर you will add 4% HEC. HEC means health and education cess. Health and education cess. That means government takes that extra amount and that money is utilized for health. That means पूरे इंडिया के पॉपुलेशन का wherever required money is utilized for health, that is hospitalization and medical facilities, and making proper education facility. That means जो BMC related है या रूरल एरियाज में जो स्कूल कॉलेजेस का डेवलपमेंट है वहां पे यह पैसा यूज होता है. इट कैन बी ऑल्सो यूज फॉर फॉरवर्ड स्टेट्स ऑल्सो, बट इन शॉर्ट द मनी इज टू बी यूज फॉर हेल्थ एंड एजुकेशन पर्पस ओनली. एंड दिस विल बी 4% ऑफ द टैक्स अमाउंट. सो ये केस में हो जाएगा 20,000 का 4%, which comes to 800. So my total tax payable becomes 2,800. So my total tax payable becomes 20,800. Getting it? So First, you have to compute the basic tax as per this slab. Deduct rebate if your total income is up to rupees 5 lakhs. After deducting rebate, whatever you get, you have to add 4% health and education cess. Now listen, इसमें there are other things. ये जो मैंने slab दिया है, that is for normal income. When I say normal income, मतलब if you are having capital gains, long-term capital gain, short-term capital gain, rates are different. If you are having speculative income, other source, that is lottery prize, income from gambling, betting, crossword puzzles, उसका rate अलग है. If your total income goes above 50 lakhs, slab यही रहेगा, but there is a surcharge. So those points right now I am not discussing because unnecessary you will get confused. So what I will do, first we will take 3-4 sums and हर एक sum में मैंने 3-3 sum बनाए, मतलब around 9 to 10 illustrations we will do as per what I explained you. Once you all are comfortable with that, then we'll go to the next part where there is income tax on special rates, as I mentioned, short-term capital gain, long-term capital gain, speculative income, and also there is a surcharge. So that we will take at a later stage in the next class or uske baad wala class. But initially, on the basis of what I explained you right now, we will take sums where we will study how to calculate the total tax payable. Okay, I'll just take the picture and I'll be back where we'll be solving the sums. Okay guys, now we will take small practical questions where we will study how to calculate tax. Now what I have done now, in this chapter, whatever sums I have made, straight away I have given you the total income. That means on that income you are supposed to calculate the tax. Your chapter 6A deductions and everything is assumed to be given. Okay. Now see, what I have done now, I have made the questions in a very systematic and nice way so that we cover all the varieties. First question mein, we are going to calculate, we are having 3 sub questions where the situation is for all the 3, the person ka age is below 60 years. Okay, resident individual below 60 years, and one case it is 8 lakhs, 5 lakhs and 15 lakhs. So I cover all the 3 slabs along with the rebate. Okay, so let's take the first question. Question 1, calculate the income tax payable for assessment year 23-24 for below mentioned total income, assuming the age of assessee below 60 years in each of the 3 cases. Okay, in each of the 3 cases. Now see, let's take one by one. First is 8 lakhs. Now, first question, sub point 1. Total income rupees 8 lakhs. Okay. Total income rupees 8 lakhs. In this session, I will just take the first question because video ज़्यादा बड़ा हो जाएगा because इसमें भी 3 calculation करना है. So I'll do that and then I'll wind up the video. Then remaining part I'll continue in the next class. Okay. Now total income 8 lakhs. Person is below the age of 60 years. Nothing mentioned, that means the person is resident only. Okay. So what is our slab? Heading दे दोगे, computation of tax payable. Okay. Computation of tax payable. Income and tax amount. थोड़ा इधर income and tax amount. Now, what is our slab for below 60 years? Up to 250, no tax. So what you will do? Up to rupees 2,50,000, tax is not there. I have purposely kept a bit of space here so that I can use brackets for calculation. नाउ सी नेक्स्ट स्लैब क्या है 2,50,000 and 1 rupee, that means about 250. Now see, if the total income is below 5 lakh, you will write that figure. But my total income is 8 lakhs, that means 5 lakh के ऊपर है. So what you will do? 2 rupees 5 lakh. Okay, up to rupees 5 lakh. Now see, what we discussed in the theory, 2,50,000 के ऊपर up to 5 lakh the rate is 5%. डिफरेंस कितना है 5 लाख माइनस 250, 2,50,000. सो दिस इज 2,50,000 का 5% विच इज 12,500. 2,50,000 का 5% दैट इज 12,500. नाउ सी ये 8 लाख है, दैट मीन्स 10 लाख के ऊपर नहीं गया है. It is not gone about 10 lakhs, so about 10 lakhs का slab आएगा ही नहीं. So what is now my next slab? Rupees 5 lakh 1, 2 rupees. Now listen, if this amount was above 10 lakhs, I would have taken 10 lakhs, but ये 8 लाख ही है. So what you will do? 2 rupees 8 lakh, because this is the data as per the given question. नाउ सी 8 लाख ऊपर 5 लाख पे खत्म हो गया, 5 लाख 1, सो 8 लाख माइनस 5 लाख कितना हो गया 3 लाख. सो दिस विल बी नाउ 3 लाख का 20% दैट इज 60,000. 3 लाख का 20% दैट इज 60. इफ दिस वॉज अबाउट 10 लाख जो आ रहा है आगे, then I would have written 10, but ये 10 lakh नहीं इधर ही. My total income is 8 lakh, done till 8 lakhs, so इसके ऊपर और कुछ नहीं आएगा. Got it? Now what you will do? Now you will take the total. So 60 and 12,500 gives you 72,500. Gives you 72,500. Now what I told you, there is rebate, but rebate कभी मिलेगा when this is up to 5 lakhs. 5 lakh के ऊपर गया rebate नहीं मिलेगा. But what you will do ना, for presentation purpose, and you will remember whether the total income is 5 lakh or more or less, you show the presentation of rebate so that you don't forget it. Because what happens is sometimes you have all the sum, suppose majority sum what you are solving is in your college is above 5 lakhs, and अचानक 5 lakh के नीचे आ गया ना, तो student tend to forget rebate. So for better understanding and better remembrance, deduct less rebate under section 87A. Now see, rebate का amount क्या है 12,500 और actual amount of tax. Actual amount of tax means this, but ये केस में तो एप्लीकेबल होगा ही नहीं, बिकॉज मेरा टोटल इनकम 8 लाख है, 5 लाख के ऊपर गया तो रीबेट एप्लीकेबल है ही नहीं. सो रीबेट इज 0. सो 72,500 इज माय टैक्स पेएबल. 72,500 is my tax payable. And what I told you, this is as per the slab. This is as per the slab. So now to this I will add 4% HEC. Add health and education cess at the rate of 4%, which we call it as HEC. आगे जाके I just use the word HEC. Starting में I am writing HEC is health and education cess, and remember it will be 4% of the tax amount. So 72,500 का 4% gives you 2,900. That gives me 75,400. Therefore my total tax payable is 75,400. Therefore, my total tax payable is 75,400. Got it, guys? So, if the person has an income of 8 lakhs for assessment year 23-24, previous year 22-23, then this will be the tax. Remember, तुम्हारे बैच के लिए यही applicable है. So, total tax payable will be 75,400. I'll repeat. Below 60 years का question है. Up to 250 nil. 2 lakh 50 to 5 lakh will be 12,500. 5 lakh to 8 lakhs 10 लाख के नीचे है तो इधर 8 lakh है तो this will stop at 8 lakhs. 8 lakh minus 5 lakh is 3 lakh. 3 lakh का 20% 60,000. So 12,500 plus 60 gives you 72,500. Less rebate 87A में. In this case rebate is not possible. You cannot get because your total income is exceeding 5 lakhs. Tax payable nil. Add health and education cess at 4%. That is 2,900. So 72,500 plus 4%, 2,900. My tax payable is 75,400. Got it? This is the way you will calculate. So यहाँ पे this amount plus the previous amount. अभी suppose इसका 10 lakh के ऊपर गया रहता, then whatever is this, whatever comes in the next lakh, तीनों का total will be equal to. Don't worry. Next 2-3 sessions में you will get all the possible variation. Now second case 5 lakhs. So now I will take the second case where my total income is rupees 5 lakh. Now याद रखना 5 lakh के ऊपर नहीं गया तो rebate मिलेगा. Let me present the same way. Computation of tax payable, income and tax. Okay. Let me check the angle of the mobile. Up to rupees 2,50,000 it is nil. अभी देखो this is 5 lakhs. That means above 5 lakh तो आई नहीं तो 20% भी नहीं आएगा. So he comes in this slab. So what is the next thing? Rupees 250,01 2 rupees 5 lakh. So brackets में same calculation आएगा. This difference is 250. So 250 का 5% that gives you 12,500. 250 का 5% 12,500. This is 5 lakh. तो यहीं पे stop हो जाएगा. See, previous case में it was 8 lakh. So you took the next lakh. Now यहीं पे खत्म. So this amount is 12,500. आगे जाके मैंने 4 lakh 450 ऐसे वेरिएशन भी रखे हुए. Okay? Don't worry, I'll be covering all possible varieties. After this, you will say, sir, you have taught us very nice things. As I told you, तुम्हारे आगे के 2 चैप्टर भी बहुत सिंपल हो जाएंगे. Because you have to compute the income normal way and then do this tax का calculation. So इधर ही वो cover हो रहा है. Okay? So 12,500 आया. Now listen. Rebate कभी मिलेगा? If your total income is 5 lakh or less. 5 लाख के ऊपर गया, no rebate. यहाँ पे 5 लाख है. So what you will do? Less rebate under section 87A. Now see, 87A में rebate क्या होगा? It is the actual amount of tax before HES, मतलब ये amount और 12,500 whichever is lower. Now can I say, यहाँ पे 12,500 ही है. So what will happen? 12,500 or 12,500, whichever is lower. अंडरस्टैंड, दो बार 12,500 क्यों लिखा है? एक 12,500 इज एज पर लॉ एंड सेकेंड 12,500 इधर का अमाउंट 12,500 है. अगर ये 10,000 होता, 10,000 और 12,500 विच एवर इज लोअर. अगर ये 8,000 होता, 8 और 12,500 विच एवर लोअर. फॉर्चुनेटली दिस इज 12,500 and the limit as per act is also 12,500. So 12,500 or 12,500 whichever is lower. So this is coming to 12,500. Now see, 12,500 minus 12,500. Put a dash or 0. Therefore, my tax payable is 0. And अगर मेरा tax 0 है तो ये भी 0 होगा. Therefore, my total tax payable is 0. याद है, I told you on the very first day that up to 5 lakh तक तुमको टैक्स नहीं आएगा. This is the reason. 5 lakh while doing return of income. So if total income is 5 lakh, 250 के ऊपर जा रहा है, you'll have to file your return, but तुम्हारा income tax नहीं आएगा. Of course, suppose यहाँ पे there would have been capital gains, तो थोड़ा variation है special rates का, but at this stage, if you don't have any capital gains, no speculative income, and your total income is 5 lakh, because of rebate, you are not liable for tax, but return file करना पड़ेगा. So that is the thing. Total tax payable is 0. Got it? Now see the third question. First question का third part. 15 lakhs. Let me check the angle of the mobile. थोड़ा इसको मैं change कर लेता हूँ. Okay. Total income 15 lakhs. थोड़ा नीचे करता हूँ because of light reflection. Total income rupees 15 lakh. Okay. Same heading. Computation of tax payable. Income and tax. Guys, understanding ना? Before we meet in the next class, please इसको revise करना, because जब तक ये समझ में नहीं आएगा तुम आगे नहीं बढ़ पाओगे. Okay? So now this is 15 lakh. 15 lakh मतलब all the slabs will come. So up to rupees 2,50,000 no tax. Then see 15 लाख है मतलब 5 लाख के ऊपर जा रहा है तो सेकेंड स्लैब भी आएगा 2,51,000 up to rupees 5 lakh. So 5 lakh minus 250 कितना हो गया 250. So 2,50,000 का 5% that is 12,500. 2,50,000 का 5% that is 12,500. Now see 15 लाख के ऊपर है. अंडरस्टैंड, सी द थ्री वेरिएशंस. फर्स्ट वाले में आई केप्ट इट बिलो 10, यहाँ पे आई केप्ट इट एट 5. दिस इज अबाउट 10. सो 10 के ऊपर जा रहा है तो थर्ड स्लैब भी आएगा. थर्ड स्लैब क्या है रुपीज 5,01,000 अप टू रुपीज 10 लाख. नाउ सी 10 minus 5, that means the difference is 5 lakh. You can take this way also 10 minus 5 because यहाँ पे 5 खत्म हुआ, यहाँ पे 10 खत्म हो रहा है. 10 minus 5, so 5 lakh का 20%, so this is 1 lakh. 5 lakh का 20% that is 1 lakh. Now 10 lakh के ऊपर है, 10 lakh के ऊपर गया, the last slab is 30%. So what you will do? above rupees 10 lakh. Now ये कितना है 15 lakh. So 10 lakh के ऊपर कितना है 5 लाख. So 5 lakh का 30% that is 1,50,000. 5 lakh का 30% that is 1,50,000. Okay, so up to 250 nil, 250 का 5%, 12,500, 10 minus 5, 5 lakh का 20%, 1 lakh, and total income is 50. About 10 lakhs, 5 लाख ही है, 15 लाख है ना, so 15 minus 10, 5 लाख, so 10 लाख के ऊपर excess 5 लाख के ऊपर 30%, 50, take the total, this is 262,500. Getting the difference, guys? Therefore, I'll wind up the video after this calculation gets done so that you all can revise it before we meet in the next class. Got it? Now, as I told you, 5 लाख के ऊपर गया, rebate तो आना ही नहीं है, but then too you will write it. So, rebate under section 87A nil, so 262,500. Take my words. 5 लाख के ऊपर हो या नहीं हो, make the habit to write this so you will never miss out on rebate. Okay, and 262,500, उसके ऊपर you add health and education says HEC at the rate of 4%. मैंने वहां पे full form लिखा है, HEC. So let's take the calculation. 262,500 का 4% gives you 10,500. याद रखना, it is 4% of the tax amount. So 262,500 का 4%. Here it is 72,500 का 4%. Okay, so 10,500 add करो, gives you 2,73,000. That is my total tax payable. Okay, that is my total tax payable. I hope angle clear है, सब दिख रहा है बराबर? Yeah, perfect. Got it, guys? So this is the way you will calculate the tax. So ये क्या था? Resident individual below the age of 60 years. Next class में what I have done, if you see the second question, again 3 subparts. Ages between 60 to 80. Next part, ages above 80 years. So I will cover all the variations, so it will be a good practice also. Okay, now guys, listen. What I told you, this slab is applicable for resident individual below 60 years and all the non-residents above any age. अभी देखो थियरी है, उसमें देखो वो पेज 38 पे रिबेट का पॉइंट मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया है, बट अंडरस्टैंड, rebate under section 87 in which resident individuals, keep this in mind, not only important for sums but also objectives. ये जो rebate under section 87A है 5 लाख तक नहीं मिलेगा, 5 लाख तक मिलेगा, 5 लाख के ऊपर नहीं मिलेगा. लेकिन if the person is a non-resident individual, he doesn't get the benefit of rebate. So in short, rebate under section 87A is available only to resident individual and not non-resident. So अगर ये तीनों सम में पर्सन नॉन रेसिडेंट होता, whatever is his age, सेम कैलकुलेशन. यहां पे उसको रिबेट नहीं मिलता, 12,500 का 4% he would have paid, and here also same calculation. So rebate is available only for only for resident individuals. Non-resident individual को rebate का benefit मिलेगा ही नहीं. Section 87A का rebate is only for resident individuals, not for non-resident. So non-resident whether it's 25, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, same slab applies and rebate का benefit नहीं मिलेगा, because I will not waste time on non. देखूंगा ऐसा रहेगा तो मैं एक दो सब non resident दिखा दूंगा. Got it, guys? So that's it. I wind up here. Please revise this session carefully. Next class में I will take sums where the person का age is between 60 to 80, 80 plus, and I will keep one or two sums on non-resident also, so that you get a better idea. Clear? That's it, guys. I wind up here. Please revise before we meet in the next class, because करोगे revision बराबर ये lecture का, automatically next class you are going to find it very simple. So that's it, guys. I wind up here, which was the first session of tax rate, and we, in addition to discussing the rate of tax, we also solved 3 sub questions of question number 1. इसमें भी there are points. 50 lakh के ऊपर जाएगा, surcharge आएगा. I'll do that also. We will cover all the variation, but step by step, not everything together. I don't want to create that situation. That's it, guys. See you all in the next class.